Hello, everybody. I am yet again Price McKinney, simply put. And as always, I want to thank you for tuning in and listening. I'm outside. I'm doing this old school. So anyway, let's get right into it. I've got a question for you. What are you looking for? Because that's huge. It covers a lot of ground. What are you looking for? And here are three things I want you to pay attention to. 3 M's. Are you looking for a mate? Are you looking for money? And are you looking for materials? So, what do you mean by mate? I'm glad you asked. So, that's a companion, somebody alongside you, somebody that keeps company with you, more so long term, but hopefully it's not short term. But if you're looking for a mate, what are you looking for within that person? And I've said this 1,008 times, and I'm gonna keep saying it. One of the things that you don't hear people talk about these days is, how is that person treating you? Do you like the person? Let's start with that. Do you even like the person? Oftentimes we get to the point where we compromise the bulk of who we are just for the sake of keeping that person beside us. And typically what happens long term in those relationships is somebody's needs are not being met, some things are being neglected, and the relationship winds up dissolving. And you put all of this time, money, effort, emotions, all of the above into this relationship, and only for it to come to an end. Now, granted, the flip side of that coin is there are always things that we can look back, glean, and learn from as a result of that. However, the way to eliminate going through all of that, figure out what on God's creation you are looking for. If it's a mate, then so be it. Figure out what it is you want in that person. Figure out, can you be for them what you want them to be for you? Can you be for them what you want them to be for you? That's why a whole lot of us are single, because we want to get what we want, which is fine, but we're not willing to give equally as important. Oh, he gonna take me as I am. I ain't finna change for nobody. I am who I am. Lord knows my heart. That's fine. But you, ma'am, you, sir, you gonna be single for a minute. Number 2, are you looking for money? Well, why would I be looking for money? I make my own money. Well, some people just flat out want to be taken care of. Man and woman. It's not biased to a particular gender. They just want to be taken care of. I don't want to work. I just want to sit at home. I want to do me. I want to do what I want to do. And that's fine if you want to do that. Leave the other person out of it. Sit your tail at home. Do what you do by yourself, because that's what you're going to be. Now, are there men, are there women that are out there that will do that? Yeah, but at the end of the day, what are either one of you all getting out of a relationship? You're not building anything. You're not growing internally. You're just existing. You're just spinning your wheels for the most part, because all you want is money. And as a human being, there's far more to each of us than just that. Last one, materials. Are you? He gonna pay out? God Almighty! I've heard this so much, I just said it. He gonna pay all of my bills. That's what women are saying now. He gonna pay all of my bills. Well, first of all, ma'am, he didn't create them. So the fact that you've acquired this and you expect him to take responsibility of this. Now, are there men that'll do it? Yes. Are there men that can afford to do it? Yes. But at the end of the day, what do you think he's going to expect from you? Men are investors. If he's putting all of this into you, he's paying all of your bills, and all you do is whatever, At some point, if not in the beginning, he's going to expect something in return from you. Now, what that is, I'm not going to go into all of that. But him being a man, he's going to have expectations. Let me just say it that way. He is going to have expectations. He is going to look for a return on his investment. What investment? Well, he's just paying my bills. Right. He's investing into you, into the lifestyle that you created before he even came into the picture. If all you're looking for, sir, is for her to cook for you, for her to clean your house or the house that you moved into with her, or the apartment, whatever the resident is, and all you're looking for is for her to do that for you, then you're going to have a long road, bro. You're going to have a long, tough road, because that's going to run out. Anytime you put a woman in a position where she's having to be the man, now, granted, life happens. I'm not saying if you know that if you've lost your job, or your parents are going through something, or a family member, or your kids, or whatever. I'm not talking about that. But I'm saying, because life happens to everybody, nobody is exempt. But what I am saying is, if you're the guy that all you want is for her to be your servant, you want her to cook, clean, wash, all the above, and all you do is sit at home and twiddle your thumbs. When you put a woman in a position to be the provider, the main provider, and that's all she is for you, that's going to run out, player, because you swapped the roles, and she's not made for that. Can she do it? Yes. Will she do it? Obviously, yes. But long term, that is going to run out. So figure out, ma'am, sir, what it is that you want. What are you looking for? Is it a mate? Is it money? Or is it materials? My personal recommendation: find you somebody that's going to be in it for the long haul with you. And don't just come to the table with this, I ain't changing for nobody. They just going to have to accept me as I am. Well, would you accept you as you are? Would you deal with you the way that you are? That's the question. So and then here's the flip side of that coin. If you're not willing to change, why would you expect that person to? Why do you want them to conform to your image and likeness, or to become what you want them to be for you, and you're not willing to do the same for them? Relationships are reciprocal, people. They are reciprocal. If what you want that other person to be, are you willing to do what's necessary, to do what it takes for you to become that for the other person? And if you can't, just stay single until you can get that part of you together. Don't waste don't waste your time. Don't waste their time. If that's where you are. And if not, put the work in, man. Put the work in, ma'am. Put the work in, sir. Make it happen. But it's got to be with the right person. And if you're in a position, if you're in a relationship, or you've been dating this person for a minute, and you realize, okay, this is not going the way I expected it to and or needed to. If you realize things are not going in the direction and it's not getting any better, get out of it. Save yourself the time, save them the drama, save all of that, and and be okay with that. It's not working. Take the lessons and apply them to the next one. Apply them to yourself. And just be patient. Sit it down for a minute. There's nothing wrong with that. Invest into you, build yourself up, and keep the train moving. Again, I'm Price McKinney, Simply Put. Follow me on YouTube. This is the Simply Put podcast. I'm having to do this one old school. YouTube, if you have not already subscribed. I'm on Facebook also, Simply Put with Price McKinney. Instagram, the same thing. It's just that simple. And again, I'm Price McKinney, Simply Put. I want to thank you for listening. And as always, I'm not an expert. I just know what I know, and I promise you I'll see you soon.